What up, we're just gonna jump right into this because this is a stream that I've been waiting to do for about a week now and haven't been able to do. And the problem with it was my internet went out last time I was trying to stream this, so y'all did not get to see all the events leading up to this where Jill has been captured. We have called up to the flagship for Odin, and Odin is now threatening to fight us while we're trying to save Jill. So that is kind of the cliff notes of where we're at now. We're going to head into this hardcore because I have been waiting and dying to play this, like I said, for about a week. Okay. Where the fuck am I? I feel like it's been forever. I'm gonna make sure I know what I'm doing here because it's also been a minute. Man, I'm not gonna attack you. Wrong button.
I need to hurry.
Time to fuck some shit up. Burn, bitches. Get rid of all your healers and shit right away. I forgot how. Oh shit! Can't see in this corner I've got myself into. Burn, bitches. There we go. Where's she at, Torval? I'll say, Torgo, where we gotta go, buddy? Oh, that's not the one we came out of. Okay. I'm following him now. Yeah, your worst nightmare, bitch. Let's go ahead and call down some Mega Flare.
Get back.
Clive, how did you...
I'll explain later. Hands. Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Hold her tight, Clive. Hold her tight.
Stand still!
Phoenix. Are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame. In earnest then.
So all he can do is deflect it. He can't stop it. The Enterprise got enough steam to do it. I don't know if the Eringea's got it. This is a problem. Fucking Odin and your goddamn sword. Wait, you're telling me the seas are staying split from where he hit it? Wait a second.
Can you go on?
I think so. To where?
Sleipnir. Oh no, Odin himself.
You. What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black. And all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mother Crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple? The blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering.
Yeah, you can shove it.
You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve.
Suck my dick.
Now, it is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate. However much it may hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
Come on. What you got, big bitch?
We don't have to do this.
Oh, but we do. If only to remind you of your duty.
That Zomtek Zukin's gonna be a really bad thing if it hits me.
In the short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. Yet as a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you lacking. All this fire and fury, for what? Stopping the blight. A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man.
How dare you?
You know more than this world.
Not the one I thought I had on. I don't know how I'm supposed to deal enough damage to him in this time period.
You will assume the mantle you've been given. And thus is the light of hope severed.
I'm not sure how to deal enough damage to him that fast.
You would yield so soon.
Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to hit that?
Clive!
Do you not see? Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us, it unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. Apart from you, Mythos. You wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
You're an idiot.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation! And abandon everything we hold dear!
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours, and not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But
That's fine.
perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Come on, Clive.
She's not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try. Don't look back!
Clive bested. Oh my god, I wasn't even supposed to win that. I wonder if there's a way I can win that. I don't feel like I could at my level. I wasn't dealing enough damage to that fucking preparation bar.
I hope the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice where it led. We need only wait till dawn.
Ooh, wasn't expecting that shot.
Time Barnabas has bested me. I'm powerless against him.
And maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master. Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for. Of all the people you've saved.
She's got a point.
It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it.
Reel him in, Jill.
And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
She doesn't believe that.
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so alone. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all.
Yourself.
You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
She's not wrong there, big guy.
Myself. I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving, provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done. And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Jill. Are you sure? If this is what you want, then...
Don't worry, Clive. It is.
Well, wait, doesn't that mean...
This burden, I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now that they are all a part of me.
If she dies, so help me God.
If I'm to continue on, having pledged my life to those I love, then I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
I promise you, Jill, we will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each other. That we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive, that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
Thank you. Good fucking God. It only took y'all 40 hours. And years and years and years of game time. Oh, fuck. Well, that means she can't come with me anymore. God, if they fuck up this ending, I'm gonna be upset. because I've been waiting for those two. If they fuck this shit up, I'm gonna be so mad. Be so fucking mad. Come on, Torgal. Time to wake up, buddy. Or time to go to sleep.
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last Mother Crystal.
The Einherja is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
Oh. Okay, we're over there now. I don't know how the fuck we're over there, but we're over there. Like I said, they fuck up the story, man. I'm gonna be upset.
Mid says Odin, but there's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherja, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, place was still over.
Show me a city where that isn't true.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it.
Let's hope so.
Okay. Shiva. Ice Age forcibly knocks back. Oh, okay. So it's like Phoenix Shift, but continual. You can do it over and over again.
Joshua. Assuming Talia will allow it.
Oh, wrong button. Oh, you know I'm using Shiva. There ain't no way in hell we're not using Shiva. All right. See, I like the Talisman of Priming, but I don't use those medallions enough. I mean, I don't use the potions enough. We're gonna go ahead and master that. Go ahead and unlock that. I think we're gonna put that mesmerize on. And I think honestly we're gonna change the aerial blast because I like it, but oh, technically we could put mesmerize there and let her either use rhyme or ice age. We'll do rhyme. Try to increase attack potency as much as possible. Oh, I meant to. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong fucking button. That's what I mean to hit. Fuck, we got quests everywhere. God bless it.
Heard the bad news then.
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. With the fort, well, anyway, the mine's just down the road from there, are spewing out ether like no one's business.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten. If something ain't done soon.
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you...
Does Blackthorn?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. You reckon we should tell him?
No.
Yeah, well... I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there, so...
Alright. That's gonna earn us something, though. I don't know what it's gonna earn us, because it's a plus. Galt, what do you have?
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye?
So Sambrak's got a quest. Oh my god. Everybody's got something.
Always something in
Fuck.
there.
Yeah.
How do you split the city?
Very fucking carefully. Cursebreaker, don't worry about it. We'll visit Jonathan in a little while. I gotta get all this shit squared away with all these side quests.
How was she? The Enterprise, I mean.
Don't tell me.
Oh no, I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. It's got a reverberatory that, let's just say it gets only mithril engine trouble here. And I hear you...
If it's for the good of...
Oh,
So,
you've got a couple of examples here. Spherical egg.
more fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. There, and what's more, there we've collected it.
So you want me to...
That's it. We're only... There's
Yeah,
one and another will do.
yeah. He's also gonna give me something for this too. I'm assuming it's a expandable inventory or something again.
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for a lesson?
Canva lost. It can't be true.
It is for the moment.
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts?
What do you want?
Ice brand.
Did last you a good while.
It would do me none the more happy to be able to wear Jill's sword.
That it? Fine.
And it looks fucking gorgeous too. Yes.
Tell me we've run out of papio nuts and all.
Still alive, are ya?
You got out else? reckon I can find a buyer. I'll be thankful you got that much.
Yes, yes.
What do you recommend?
A shirt.
Oof. Oh yeah, my chambers.
My Lord Marquis, that some of my fellow guardians are to build a new home there. But
It's true.
I have many fond memories of Eastpool. When I was a child, we would visit my aunt and uncle often. They would lavish attention upon me as if I were the son they never had. I went to see Aunt Hannah after my uncle passed away, but not nearly as often as I should have.
Oscar, I'd like you to assist Sir Wade in the...
But my training is not yet complete. I couldn't possibly.
I warned you I might not be the easiest of masters, but I'm not as hard-hearted as that. Go, rebuild her home.
Yes, my lord. Thank you.
Be kind, my mentor free from this mortal coil. It was Taya saying happy, or saying thank you.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me.
We'll prioritize that one. Because I was about to say, I'm pretty sure it's in the, it's in here. Oh, that was Yote. Hello, Yote. He's here. He's up in the infirmary.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest on a job. My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was, she insisted on going herself.
Did she?
Following up on some new information. Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment. And about their captor.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the Beastmen. I'll go and find her.
If she's not moved on already.
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
Okay. Everything's picked up here.
Clive, anything catch your eye?
We will do Rosaria last. I am not comfortable in these pants. I might have to go change.
Why?
In fact, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Stream, I'll be right back. I apologize. Oh, that is so much better. Again, apologize, stream. The shorts I was wearing were making my nether regions unbearable. Alright, let's see.
Ready, go?
Boja. Let's go.
These ones first. Thanks, Gal.
Oh, I was about to say I just have to find it.
This is it. Right then.
Then we got another one, an actual quest for Sambrek, not just coming to Sambrek. Under new man, the fuck?
Nothing like a little unrest.
Oh, we better go see what the fuck's going on over here. The fuck you do to Isabel's? I feel like I've moved my chair again, and I don't know how.
Those are the things I said before.
Isabel? No, that's Isabel. What's going on?
Oh, my wards and I may soon be without a home.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold, a foundation upon which to build a new Sambrek. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire. One built on the confiscated property of the people.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around.
How? By speaking out against one of the most a man whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve. And to the captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke offers them a vision of strength and safety. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men. if it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable.
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke on my behalf for your services to Northreach? You have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to His Eminence if you ask them. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind to the man. Well?
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, in the garrison?
Overseeing the troops.
All right.
Oh, Lord. This is about to get sticky. And not in a good way.
I may have met this duke before, at the Remembrance Ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass, but you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your... Wait here.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. And I shall see it reap. But tell me...
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to...
Ah, you are worried the expanded garrison will render your services... Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place. Pride of place, in fact.
That's not what I meant.
For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned, but no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach, with Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbreque.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government. One whose authority is That is why this levy is necessary, so that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that? You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire...
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later. The citizens revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan.
Go talk to him.
To ask them, I suppose. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
As long as you remain, the veil will...
You're embarrassing yourself, dude. She ain't embarrassing you.
You needn't fret. The
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
All right there. What is it you're after, sir?
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Not much. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the holy capital, could they? And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening to take everything we got from us if we don't clear off. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
That's not good.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about a certain duke.
Nothing good, I'll wager. Going around acting like he owns the place, and with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
Oh, lordy. Which basically means she could start a revolt at any time. With one single word.
A question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you you've got to hand it all over to him. If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our purses, he's in for a rude awakening. We'll do whatever it takes to keep... Whatever it takes.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
I heard the dame got an icon to rid the
I mean, she's not wrong. I technically am an icon.
Excuse me, do you have... I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. I mean, look around us. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire is the best way of making sure we're all... And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well, that's just how it goes.
See, but that's idiocracy to some degree, because that means you're basically saying I don't know any better and I don't want to learn.
You're the one who was talking to His Eminence.
On the dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted, but it seems my words fell on deaf ears. What do you think of his plans?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me what to do, not the other way round. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the dame, but I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire. If the Duke can get us cement and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does it.
Again, idiocracy.
As long as you remain, the veil will see.
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sandbreaker's back on her feet.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this. Captain.
For you? Sir, thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
But to tell you the truth, I'm in two minds. It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders. But I can't say I agree with him.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The dame included.
That's right. I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either.
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how. Well, Jude, thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Clark, were you able to speak with the Duke?
I was.
Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls, though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sambrak, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
But...
Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to stand together. With you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us. That has always been Northreach's best hope. And one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all.
Wouldn't be the first time.
There may be hope for Northreach yet, especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Until then?
There's a lot of stuff happening. Okay. Looks like we're done here. Holy mother of fuck nut. So there's two there. Fuck it, we're just gonna go through these one at a time. Oh my god. Okay.
What's happened?
Theodore.
Clive, you'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
All right. I'll go on.
Thanks, Clive.
Why don't you want to go talk to her?
Don't blame yourself, El. This is their fault. I know, no buts about.
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from the talks with the Republican army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the army jumped at the chance.
You had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all.
El? I saw Vonnie leaving.
And with good reason.
Crap.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist were speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the Capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, and that's me, is it? Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but...
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if El's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and say I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randalar and see if you can stop my sister biting the Consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best. All right. To Randalar then. And better not keep...
This is not what I thought.
Eloise waiting.
Okay, yeah, I'm going the right way.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
Looks like this is the end of the road for him.
When are they gonna let us through?
Good girl.
I mean to entice that fight.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the consortium?
Here they are now.
You wished to consult with me.
I did. It's about the bearers. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves.
You misunderstand. The consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual, and so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then.
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise, but the bearers belong to him.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
Damn, Elise.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. He was right. Yes, the Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. And he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, they deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can. They need help.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there.
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming.
That crosses over. Fuck, must I go all the way around?
Run like the wind.
Run like the wind, bullseye.
That'll do, girl.
What's the situation?
I'm not seeing anything.
Where's Theodore?
Upriver! He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village. But we just have to pray he makes it out in one piece.
I can do better than...
in my way. Feck off.
Where are you, Theo?
Theo, you gotta get out of the 8th flood, guy.
Damn it. It's too thick. These creatures have already turned. I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
Burn!
over.
Oh, getting tired of fighting dragons, my guy. Dragons are getting old.
Clive? Theodore, you had me worried for... We have to get you out of here.
Damn it.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore! So will you! Theodore.
Take care of my sister.
Theodore. Wait.
Goodbye, Elle.
Damn it.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone, because I sent him to that place.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life? He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer, in more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to...
Damn it, Final Fantasy, quit making me try to cry. Fucking asshole of a game.
I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. I need nothing more from life than that, so I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get bringing smiles to people's faces, just like we always have. And to Theo's, this is the life I have chosen. The life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own, to continue helping you however I can.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together, then.
Shit. We got the signboard. Damn. I was expecting some shit, but I wasn't expecting that. I mean, let's be real, it's a Final Fantasy game. You have to always be expecting shit. Just wasn't expecting that.
Come on.
Yeah!
Don't get surrounded.
Got it.
2 down.
Let's see, we're gonna go down here. What's going on? Oh,
Lord
cereal.
Rosfield, is there aught the Undying might assist you?
Perhaps. My brother said that you're... Have you learned anything of note since last we...
Little and less. I
see.
Be assured, however, that we will not rest, and even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every corner of the realm for traces of Ultima's touch.
Fallen ruins, I take it.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the fallen civilization, as if protecting the secrets concealed within.
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our methods be of interest, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our number at work.
Would that be possible?
Of course. A survey is being conducted not far from here. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov, a small hamlet built around a fallen airship. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect their preliminary findings. If you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that they would be honored to relate any discoveries they have made to you directly.
Okay.
All right.
They will be most gratified. Might I suggest you take the road through Titan's Wake? It will lead you straight to the village after but a short walk.
Thank you.
I wish you a safe journey, my lord.
Okay, we're gonna just port down here then. There you are.
Yeah!
Bum bum ba bum ba bum 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 ba bum ba bum bum.
All right. You deserve a rest.
Fucking Akashic everywhere. Oh. Oh no.
Oh no. You'll pay for this. May still be spiders. over.
Oh, fuck you. Stupid meddling little creature.
Should have stayed in the past. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks.
Who are you?
I did not recognize you. We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. When the echoes appeared, our brothers here occupied their attentions. Thanks to them, and to you, we were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
You call that? Your brothers might still be alive. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with a duty of the highest import, as I'm sure you will agree.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you too?
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause, an honor to which all Undying aspire. Now, to what do we owe the honor of your presence, Lord Marquis?
Cyril told me of your work here.
I see. That is most kind. May the Firebird's flame...
Calm down, Clive.
It's one thing to lay down your life for another. Here.
My thanks. I shall study them, and inform you forthwith if I discover aught.
Cyril, your survey party suffered several losses which could have been avoided. Had the others not chosen to complete their work, were these your orders?
No. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix. It is our sole duty. And should we die...
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful to argue. The Undying have served the Phoenix for countless generations. And your opinion of our methods, however, we live to serve the Phoenix. Our very order exists for that purpose.
Cyril, I know that you and your brethren answer only to Joshua, but allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender their lives without good reason. Provide your survey parties with an escort, that they might live to do their duty for years to come. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Joshua would want you, please.
I thank you, if you will permit me to respond. Our and we of the Undying will do as first shield to the Phoenix.
I do.
Then we are of the same mind.
It's like in one ear and out the other. This freaking Shavakadu motherfucker. Okay, now we're gonna go up the draws. Let's go fuck shit up.
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
If you can swing a hammer.
Good day. Certainly. Here you are. Farewell, traveller.
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris's scouts and it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out there. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes at least.
Well done.
Welcome back. I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did ya?
Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. So then, not enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology?
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead.
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your...
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. Short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try to...
You ain't got a second.
You,
We can't afford to...
Right you are. Don't want any nasty... Oh, and... Blackthorn.
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls. And there are more coming up from the mine. They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the gates.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate, and it won't come to that. Take good care of Dravost till I get back.
Leave it to me, and...
I'm gonna fuck you up. Oh god, it's a big boy.
Alright. Which one of you's first?
Burn. Is that a motherfucking griffin? Fucking manticore. Oh, it's a chimera. Gotcha. Oh, that one, I was cutting it close on that one. I'm not even gonna lie.
Ah, the question. Did I miss any?
Man alive! As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall. But we...
Good. Oh, you do know. More will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
Sid! Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. But mostly,
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood, meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, I hate to say it, but the village...
That may be, but we're staying. With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, we'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravosh needed you, so...
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally. Something. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but... Dravoj isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day, because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but the average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down. But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling you.
Knowing... Blackthorn. The Master Smith turned outlaw. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well.
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid.
What you got, big fella? Oh, a seal.
And this is?
A token of a... But I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief for generations.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravoj in the first place? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge.
Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome, as long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
Okay, apparently we're gonna return to the hideaway. These two numbskulls are gonna make something, apparently. A little bit of a, dare I say, scary notion. But, you know, it'll be alright. Maybe. Then again, maybe it won't. God, how did I know it was you?
Clive! I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together.
Since all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the bandits still too disorganized to raid them. Just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
Are you a lord? Lube, they're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil. Because of how he stopped all the grown-ups from fighting.
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child. And the vote hasn't taken place just yet. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces like you two learn not to interrupt your elders. Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention, and they might have elected to take a similar... They have formed what one could call, and they grow more organized by the day.
We'll fight them all off just like last time. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to... The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud. By finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be...
Sure.
How could I refuse? Thank you. Victor will fill you in on the particular. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you. I'll go and speak with him.
What's the difference between a lord and a man?
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. Still in Dalamil, Vic.
Ah,
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnes by now.
I did. I've developed something of a fondness for it. Having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to abandon it to another. A sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandit, and he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We come.
All right.
There's one upriver. Just out there, across the...
Leave it with me. Better already.
Where you at, Ambrosia?
Ready, go?
Those ne'er-do-wells want them back.
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers! Take his head off!
I thought it was dead already.
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid. Ah, I see the bandits didn't post...
No, but...
No.
What is it?
The whole town's in... They're saying that Lubor...
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took him right through Dalamil. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence them. And when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic and without a crystal...
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man is branded by still. All those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who has made a leader of himself when the world believed he should have been a slave.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here.
You're right.
Damn it, Luber. You gotta, like, tell somebody these things.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And, well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running, but we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing. All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Once people make up their minds, we need to do something. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them.
You're right.
I'm glad you agree. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember. They know that Lubor and I are friends. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial
I'll do what I can. Lubor, I can't promise anything, but...
And that is all I can ask of you.
Why are you taking the bearers?
Why do they always have to make such a fuss?
He knew all along that he was...
Forgive me for disturbing you.
As have I, Lord Underhill.
That's right.
The rumors that he's a bearer.
He'll never be mayor now.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this, at least, he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you.
So what do you propose?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people of Dalimil. And they will thank you not to get involved.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refused to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently.
All right.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearers?
For sharing you.
I assume the situation...
There's still hope.
But perhaps not in this lifetime.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. We'll talk some sense into them in the end.
No. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie. That a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true. That was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. You'll be all alone.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but...
How could it possibly be for the best? The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
I would not take it, Victor. It's over.
Over, you... And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and... I thought you were better than... But it seems you had me fooled as...
Victor.
Forget it.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, but where are my manners? Right then.
If there's anything I can do.
I'll bear it.
I think he needs to give him a second, but he's not gonna listen to anything. Alright, that looks like everything here finally. Oh, Kredoff. So what the fuck is that? Alright. Let's see what's here. Lots of fucking side quests.
Run like the wind.
No.
Damn it. The whole village has turned. Back to the stables, girl. That's all of them. Owen can uncross his toes.
Did he, like, crush that in his jaw? Something happened right there that I didn't see. I heard him growl and then crack.
Doris should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
Just because the heavens have gone to Rackaroon.
Anything catch your eye? There you go. Much obliged. That all, is it?
Nearly done.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
It's been a pleasure.
I'll give your offer some thought, my...
How goes the investigation?
Sid.
You. I heard you were out here on your own, tracking our slaver.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that the slaver we've been tracking is an old acquaintance.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So...
I'd say so. She tried to recruit me. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into Sambrek. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort, which she wants me to join. She's dangerous, Sid, but I think I can...
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearers to safety.
The Baum Archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead. I'll follow once I've sent word back to the hideaway.
So help me God if you're fucking two-timing me. I want you to understand there will be nothing left of you. Nothing. Nothing at all. Okay, which way am I going here? This way. Back in the Kashyyyk country, I see.
This is no time to ride.
Stay down! All yours, Torvald! Over here!
Hear you barking, Torgal, but I don't know what you're barking at, buddy. If she's two-timing me, this is going to be terrible.
Good. How did Doris come to know a slaver?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste. Lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless bumpkins. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more...
Yes, Mom.
Oh, it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try.
if I can charge it further, but I don't think I can. See, I don't understand why they're giving Lubor hell about being a bearer, because technically they've seen me wield magic and icons and everything, like...
So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging. I surrender.
Sid.
Ah, Dor. You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal...
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner. This woman, my former master, once trained bearer children to be weapons in service of the highest bidder. She raised me like a daughter, and I did.
It wasn't all terrible. Surely, you were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. All my other children took either to the blade or to the books. Always either or. But you proved yourself a master of both. How about it, my little dagger?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I ever. I've to liberate the bearers of this farewell, master. Thank you.
You always were a righteous. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be, and she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that justice is done.
All right.
I am.
And I should head back to the hideaway and put...
Good, because I think that's all the side quests. Fucking like 2 hours. Oh, it's gonna take me back here, okay.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned 1 or 2 things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. Wish I'd known. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sambrek. Went quietly, or so we're told. She won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of black market traders either. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't.
I hope so. Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or so I understand. Anyway, thanks again, Sid. The Cursebreakers would be lost without Doris. And you, of course.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
Oh. Alright, let's go turn in all this crappy crap. So I got one at the anvil. Got one in the dungeon. Fuck, I guess we'll go take care of the dungeon first.
Covered in nicks and lumps.
La, 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 la.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look.
Oh shit, I did. Damn it. Knew there was one I forgot to do because the quest took me straight back. Mata! Sorry, Mata. I'm coming.
Ah, Clive. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was... I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, but if Eastpool's going to survive, as of those poor bearers, they've lived their whole lives in servitude. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well,
The wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's...
All right.
Thanks. There. That should be enough to keep him in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
Gazal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, they ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right, and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
Ah, what brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery.
These are Gazal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed. Only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The Horde is closing in. They're coming, Sir Wade, all of them.
Damn it all, I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
Akashic, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do...
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die, fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lacked men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved, though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians? What help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will... My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter. To serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home.
Get him, Martha.
If you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool!
Whew. Thank Martha's ass on that one.
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Martha, why are you staying here? You don't need to be on the front lines.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square. The perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them. And for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Wade, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all—
Sir Wade!
Then you know what you must do. We work together, each shielding the other that no man might fall. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too, then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. I will not let this village fall.
easy enough. That can't be all of it. There's no way that's all of it.
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield!
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in Eastpool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I could order a detachment.
No. You stay here too, Sir Wade. I'll go after the curl. Join me only when Eastpool is...
If you're sure. May the Founder protect...
Run!
Come to tell me an Akashic curl's heading towards the rest?
Come on, Ambrosia.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
All right. Back to Eastpool.
Lord Rossfield.
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. We were able to eradicate the rest of the... I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks. I hesitate to say it, but...
I think it might.
We did it. We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends.
No, Sir Wade. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us. And still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now. So we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then.
This village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
I'm getting way too sentimental in my old age.
They're not slaves anymore.
No. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he were still with us today...
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord. After all, this is my home now too. And I could hardly call myself an East Poolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course. And us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission to get clearing the goblins from the Stillwind Marshes? There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up, when the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor. I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria.
Thank you. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
Let's go collect this so we can go back to the fucking hideaway and do all the hideaway bullshit.
The hero returned. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went...
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before...
Is that a sign?
Thank you, Moth.
So, Eastpool's fight and a home to free bearers.
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves, though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Old as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work, told me I was giving them relief but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Right under my skin it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he... And you know what he did? And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing. To make life better for bearers, just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed, but the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope. Anyway, enough. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty...
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Is that the sign? Did I get the sign? I did. I don't know why that makes, like, brings a tear, like what it does. Looks like all there is to do is the rest now, or the hideaway now. Finally. After 2.5 hours of poking around, doing a bunch of random shit.
Come back.
Oh, don't tell me stew's awfully thin these days.
How close am I to this damn... I'm still missing quite a few. I don't know where all these things could be. Eloise and Martha.
We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help. You remember Camille? We'll be using his leatherwork for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest...
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is, then.
Do I have to put forth materials, or are they just straight making this thing for me? It's on the anvil, but I can't see it.
Well, bugger me.
Holy shit.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
It's...
I, trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive, then?
This will take more than that to earn us our place in history, but we're up for the challenge.
A list of material.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from...
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start...
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
So we got a new sword. Let's see. I'm hoping it doesn't compare to ice. Goddard Dumrung. Damn it, it is better. Not that I'm trying to complain, but damn. All these fucking crafting mats are gonna come from notorious targets. I already know.
With your gear, or what do you want? And I never fought me, and if it hadn't been for you.
Oh.
What do you want?
Holy shit. It upgrades Old Ragnarok with Orichalcum, Dark Steel, and Primitive Battle Horn. Well, this is going to be interesting. I still hadn't even got the Orichalcum for that. or that. I'm going to figure out where I get the orc alcohol from.
Fine.
It's not even a little bit better. It's a good bit better. That's what I hate. Cause I like the look of icy. I think I'm gonna keep the ice.
Stews awful.
I'm enjoying the. Don't get me wrong, the Ragnarok's pretty, but Icebrand is Jill's sword. I gotta run Jill's sword.
Still alive, are ya? Go on then.
Oh, that's
Come
right.
again.
I can't get rid of Icebrand
don't.
because it's
I'm not much bothered either way.
Oh, so that's right. I can't do that because it upgrades.
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts?
Canva lost. It can't be true. Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for our lessons here? How was she? The Enterprise, I mean.
Good, thankfully.
Ah.
I'll fit him to the smelter right. May I present to you the Telemon 30?
She's a beauty.
You saved my bacon again, Sid, and I ain't about to.
It's fine, really.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure
You could just buy me a.
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it up and make some more room? And I reckon I know how. With a new alloy we've been working on. It's a metal, see? So it's lovely and strong, but it's also, well...
Stretchy metal.
That is the spirit. So?
Thank you, Owain.
Shh, don't mention it. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Reckon we'll have all kinds of uses for it around the hideaway. Can't think of any right now, but maybe even out there. One day, the whole world's gonna...
They'll hardly believe their eyes.
Even weirder science. That's about right. Yeah. Eight, 5, 4, and 4. Let's go with 2Ds.
So, she don't need feet?
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than...
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day. And I'm sorry, brother. It's just... I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
She talking about Dion? But say we ain't seen Dion in a minute, anyways. There he is.
What is this place?
Don't move. Here, it's fresh from the well.
Hola.
Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
Oh, that's good. Not sure how it's going to end, though. Which has got me a little bit worried.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing. My fault. My sin to bear. And for it...
That close. It's like I'm like 45 hours in, bro.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Yeah.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Oh. You better promise her to come back and visit, Dion. I swear to God. I will murk your ass right here and now.
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Oh, fuck. There's a lot going on right now.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, my guy.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Probably.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you come in.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Also true.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
Ty is another
You've seen
good-looking
more
one.
of the world these past 5 years than most do in a lifetime.
Damn right I ain't been able to enjoy it. Been fucking running everywhere all the goddamn time.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back. Here you are.
Ability points, clutch mine. Oh, take the ability points if nothing else.
Hasn't been delivered
Wanna know
yet,
what
I'm
Genji
afraid.
gloves are. Hey Nectar, let's check the board out, I'm curious. Oh, good God. That's gonna suck. The Man in Black? Lost Wings, Sambrek. We're gonna go fucking look at that real quick before we do anything. It'd also probably be a very good idea for me to save. It's been 3 hours or so. I forgot the Aether Flood happened here. I think it was in this side that they appeared. Probably should have read the report a little more detailed. Although it's honestly probably gonna be up in this fucking old road here.
Not here.
Run like fuck.
All yours, Paul.
You can't do shit, bruh. You can't do shit. try to get up and dodge it, and I missed the dodge. Okay. Yeah, I probably should have read that report a lot more thoroughly. Because I have no idea if I'm even in the right spot. I just know it was in Lost Wing. I didn't read anything else like a dumbass. Dum Hollow. Hey, Jill.
Karen says she'll provide what she can for our voyage to Ash. And has even agreed to forgo payment. Until our return, that is.
I mean, that's not surprising there. Oh, Vivian.
For a compliment. Ah, Clive.
I bet you do.
I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy.
I'm not here for Mid.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, and we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and we have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere
Sorry,
safe to land,
turtles.
you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find.
But no splinters.
All right. But interrupt me, and...
Oh God, I forgot.
Barnabas Tham, the one they call the last king. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ravaged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea. Tales of Odin's might spreading through every court,
Gonna
parlor,
stay
and
and have
drinking
to watch it
hole
very
in the
quick.
realm.
Okay.
Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canva's streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped. And Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Did it really pop up? I just finished the quest.
How are you doing? Here you go. Think
Okay,
you can
well, at
help?
least more didn't pop up there. Why did one random ass one pop up here?
Please, your grace, stay strong. Ah, my lord Marquis.
Yote, is anything the matter?
My lord, yes. It's your brother, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but his grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Tarja and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger, and thankfully a recipe was found. And our supplies are almost exhausted, unless we can secure more soon. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you.
For Joshua?
Thank you, my lord.
So?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently. The search continues for a new source. One that we might reach without being turned.
So it's only that you can't reach it?
Well...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But...
You've yet to find another source, correct? Besides, I'm a dominant.
Well, stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough. I shall remain here and prepare the other...
Yes, you will. Okay, one more little thing. One more little side quest.
Ready, girl? To find our stonewort. Yote mentioned blood-red petals. Must be dark. Why did we give anything till they're gone? There's only one thing for it.
I only got that last time.
as I can before reinforcements arrive. All right, that should do it. Let's get these back to Yotei.
After I also check around. Well, that wasn't shit, but okay.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot.
Yotei, I brought back all the
Yes, my lord. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know. You think only of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourselves.
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
I am honored that you should say so. But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Like, for real, what happens if Clive were to die right now? Be a lot of fucked up shit.
How do you split the sea?
You do it with a sword that can supposedly split anything.
I have no reason to assume other.
Clive, you must listen to this.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into, and what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example. One that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not. Few have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now,
it would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished, I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
Mid said I could ride the Enterprise.
Oh Lord, let's see how this goes. Pep talk.
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though. Just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters. Fly merchant colors and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind? The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
Well, Joshua obviously had a question, but he didn't say nothing.
Let me know when you're leaving. I want a word before you go.
Of course.
Don't tell me we've run out of Clive.
Go on then. It'd better I'll be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Come again. Or don't. I'm
I
not
don't
much
know if I
bothered
want
either
to,
way.
like, this is probably where I'm going to take my leave before I get too far into this, because I have a feeling once I start this, I'm not going to be stopping it. I think this will be the last bit of the game.
How do you split the sea?
Is something wrong?
Not at all, honestly. Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in...
I'll hold you to that.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom. We'll see how this goes. If it goes by pretty quickly, we'll go ahead and do this part. Do it, YOLO. Nah, motherfucker, it's 1 o'clock. I gotta get some rest.
It'll be a long walk to the capital if we follow the cliffs. I'll scout ahead, see if I can't find us an inland route.
You ain't gotta go to work first thing in the morning, though. Oh, this is full cutscene right now.
Clive.
anyways.
There's something I've been meaning to ask. You took her icon, didn't you?
Yes, I did. She understood.
What the hell?
Oh, she understood. Understood that you decided to save the world all on your own, and that you'd die without her power. How dare you make her choose? You knew damn well she'd never refuse you. But I will. You can't keep pushing us away, Clive. The world is ours to save, not yours.
That's not exactly how it went,
I
Josh.
used my gift because I thought it was the right thing to do.
And you truly believe this will save you? Will save us all?
That's
I
still
do.
2 hours after me, my guy.
Then so be it.
Not to mention, Joshua, she kind of told me to take it.
Just don't forget, you're not alone.
Think I found us a trail. Did I miss something?
Only that Joshua didn't.
I don't get it.
You're not supposed to, Gav. Shut up. You could never have noticed her icon was gone. Oh, it's literally just gonna drop me dead nuts right here.
Always wanted to visit Ash.
Okay, well.
We're in Waluda territory now.
I got 5,000. Yeah, we're gonna master that. Because I use that ability way too often for that bitch not to be upgraded. I also need to just go ahead and start picking up all the abilities. Five, 32, 6, 7. There we go. Gotta start upgrading all this shite. If I could hit the right button, it'd also be great. Alright. Well, Mace, brother, I'm gonna hop off because, like I said, I don't want to. I feel like if I start this, it's gonna be like 3 hours of just plodding through. Because, actually, let's see how far. 86%. I played for 3 hours and 45 minutes, and I've only gained 6%. What the fuck, dog? Okay. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna call it for tonight. I'm gonna try to be on tomorrow. What the fuck? Mason, are you still in stream? Is my stream still running? My fucking modem is doing some crazy fucking shit over here. What the fuck? I thought my modem had gone down. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there, and I will see y'all tomorrow, hopefully, with some more of this shit, because I need to get this done. So I got other games I need to play, and I want to play. But Mason, have a good night, bro. I'll see you maybe tomorrow. Maybe we get some games in or something if you're off early enough. But appreciate y'all for staying around and hanging out. Later.